Biden is planning to pull out all U.S. troops within 48 hours from now, no matter how many American citizens are left in the country. You know, he's the way they're positioning this whole thing is we're going to get as many people as we can get out, and then whoever's left, I guess they're just going to have to fend for themselves there because we're not going to have troops there. You know, the UK, France, all these other countries have been sending in special operations officers. They've been trying to go in and rescue their citizens who have been trapped because of Biden, because of the hasty withdrawal. And yet we've just been negotiating with the Taliban. We've been counting on them to let our citizens into the airport. And obviously, you know, we're so weak that why would they listen to us? You know, we should be threatening to destroy them completely if they don't give us every single one of our citizens back.
Yeah, if all they have to do is wait 48 hours. I mean, I can stand on my head for 48 hours if I have to. They can do that. I mean, these are people who are used to living in caves and off of K rations. They can do that with no problem.
And, you know, there's reportedly today, they're saying that 4,000 Americans are still in Afghanistan. Now,
That's got to be small.
They've also said that they've gotten 4,000 out, and earlier last week they said that there was 10 to 15,000. So the numbers keep changing. So I have a sneaking suspicion the administration has no idea how many Americans are over there.
I don't think they do. Last week I heard some of the figures you heard. I heard 40,000 as well, and then I heard from one source, I think 70 plus. I think you're exactly right. They have no idea.
Yeah, 10 to 15,000 Americans was the statistic most used last week. And then we know as of yesterday or this morning that we got 4,000 out. And now they're saying there's only 4,000 left. So those numbers don't quite add up.
Hope you're not in that 2,000 that vanished.
That vanished mysteriously.
Oh, my.
But they're going to pull out all troops 48 hours from now. They want everything, you know, they want the whole Afghanistan situation to be behind them by August 31st for some unknown reason. And what really frightens me is what Jen Psaki was saying during a recent Q&A on the whole Afghanistan situation. And basically, it seems like the way they're going to angle this is that, hey, the Americans that didn't get out of Afghanistan, well, they didn't want to. Why don't we go ahead and roll that clip?
Say after the withdrawal, it's done, you know, it's declared, it's done, everyone's out. If one US citizen was suddenly discovered, you know, saying, hey, I really want to get out and I'm stuck, who knows where, somewhere in Afghanistan or in Kabul, he's got any problem, would this trigger a diplomatic, military, or hands on deck type thing to get that person out, whatever the date?
Our commitment continues to be to US citizens. If they want to leave, we will help get them out.
No matter what the date.
Again, we expect there could be some, but I'm not going to get into it further. Go ahead.
So that's pretty clear to me. If they want to leave, they will get out. And our end date is definitely the 31st. They've said the total troop withdrawal, they'll stop evacuating people in 48 hours from now. That's according to reports, you know, from NBC News to Politico to Fox News. It's not a bipartisan thing. Everybody's agreeing. That seems to be when they're pulling everybody out. And anybody left behind, well, it wasn't because the terrorists have surrounded the airport and they're not letting anyone in. It's because they didn't really want to leave. Like, if they wanted to leave, we would have helped them. We would have helped them leave.
It's insulting.
So, what I'm getting from this is that this Afghanistan situation, if we do leave Americans behind, let's say there's even just a couple, and if something bad were to happen to those Americans, that would be the nail in Biden's coffin. There is no recovering from that. But absent of that happening, it's unclear to me how much this disaster actually hurts him, because with how partisan things are nowadays, it seems to me like the left might just stand by him regardless. Yeah. The right will hate him for it. And this isn't really going to sway too many opinions. Now, one of our assignment editors, Joey Chester in the office, he believes that this situation has totally lost independence for Biden. They are totally turning against him right now. So I wanted to bring this to you guys and say, is this going to be the disaster of the Biden administration? Will this be the thing he was remembered for? Is this going to really hurt his chances in 2024?
I think that as of right now, this has got to be one of the worst Biden disasters. I think that it also is just unfair that we even have to have this conversation, because if you think back to when Trump was in office, it was, oh, the border disaster, this disaster, da-da-da-da-da, like pulling at straws.
Yeah.
This is truly a disaster,
Yeah.
and I'm praying and hoping that the media doesn't let him get away with it, because right now we have a plethora of excuses to be thinking about different things like COVID, masks, mandated vaccinations, all of these other issues. And so I'm just hoping that those don't distract from the actual humanitarian crises occurring across the globe right now.
Do either of you guys remember who said this was like Dunkirk? I think it was last week. I can't remember who said it. Somebody did.
Either, yeah.
The more I've thought about it, the more I've thought, gosh, that's kind of true. I mean, the administration had to tap civilian airliners to help get people out. Right. You've got independent groups in the United States raising money to get people out.
Yeah.
So sans the United States government. We ran a story this morning on westernjournal.com, a news story. Mexico is helping people who are trying to flee Afghanistan. Yeah. Mexico!